All right, welcome. I am ready to rock, I think. I'm gonna go with the torque thing. And I think we just finished up a Dark Souls throwback. See where things go. If I recall correctly, I was having some issues actually murdering things. So we'll see how things go. Case in point, super badass knight is gonna wreck my anus. Oh no! I kind of expected that. Oh. I think I really wanted to use this, but it doesn't actually hit for that much. Oh my god, the aim on this thing is awful. Oh yeah, I got the bee shield. Right. And it makes this awful noise that's super loud. Oh yeah, but it deals so much damage. Right. Find my way through this mess. Oh no. I survived, just barely, but that's good enough, right? The order might be, but you're not. Are they just spawn indefinitely? Back. Are we good enough now? Is that done? Whoop. I think so. Should be able to just keep on running. This was all of the Dark Souls-y sort of stuff, I think. I don't understand why I can't move forward. Alright, we're good now. Live the dream. I'm not gonna worry about hitting those guys, they're too annoying. We're just gonna run as quickly as possible. Somewhere else. Ah! Play Dark Souls 3, you wish. I'm a variety streamer, man. We gotta have variety. If anything, I'd play Bloodborne. Boy. Did they just F off and that was that? Oh my god. Variety of Dark Souls 3 builds. What is it about Dark Souls 3 that elevates it in your mind past Bloodborne and Elden Ring and all that stuff? Ow. You don't know. It just is. just part of your persona. I wonder how long it would take me to beat the game again.
Follow quickly.
I don't even know what I'd want to do. Maybe try casting, I guess.
Another dead end. Damn it.
Because I mean, using the twin blades wouldn't be any different, really, than the greatsword.
Stop it. Roland's not.
Oh, I got an idea. The gatekeeper says.
More orcish scrolls. It reads, "Retrieve the White Knight, for only he can open the way."
And I know just
Wow.
where he is. Wait, point!
I didn't know Borderlands 2 was so racist. Oh boy! I committed suicide. I'd leave Gundyr until later as well, when I wasn't getting one shot. Bloodborne's bosses are not great. Not great. He actually made me want to get Sekiro.
I am invincible!
I think I'm really gonna like Sekiro. Yeah, a game that people think is super difficult, for sure. I regard myself as above average, and that's about it. Sekiro is more like 9 Souls, yeah. Like 9 Souls was super hard, but in terms of my enjoyment factor, I think it was higher than the Dark Souls series. Just the boss fights though, not the traversal. I think obviously the world and stuff in Dark Souls 3 and the lore is a lot better. Yeah, I imagine that if you wanted to do a no-hit or something, it's less about mechanical ability and it's more about just memorizing the patterns that go with it. I think that's one of the things people notice when they start to get okay at some of the fights in Dark Souls. It's like less about improving your mechanics and more about like intuitively understanding what's going to happen before it happens. You're very bad at Sekiro. I mean, Smith noped out on 9 Souls. I wonder if he's played Sekiro. He wasn't even at the really bad fights yet. 9 Souls is one of those games where I'm like, the average gamer should play it on story mode. They should not play it on normal. I'm actually excited to compare it against Silk Song because Hollow Knight wasn't even in the same realm, and people are complaining about the difficulty of Silk Song. I guess I should play something like, I don't know, Cuphead or something at some point. Oh, I survived. Holy crap. Just like rip out this guy's sword in order for him to stop respawning. We'll see. The last Parry Souls game I played other than 9 Souls was like that Wo Long game. And I didn't realize it was a parry game until about 3/4 of the way through it. I kind of want to get rid of this freaking shield I have. It deals a lot of damage, but the recharge rate on it is way too dumb. Lords of the Fallen has been pretty chill too. Probably the most relaxing Souls game I've played so far. About it being scripting rather than mechanical ability. I think the reality is that him and I don't really want to spend the time to do the memorization. Like, that's all it is. It's a practice problem. But it is very impressive that there are people out there who are willing to invest in it. It's just like, there's never been a game where I've been like, man, I want to grind this game out for a million years. Even things like PoE 2 or World of Warcraft or whatever, which are literally designed to be infinite loops. I just can't do it. Working. It was kind of fun to watch Spiny learn how to speed run Final Fantasy VIII, and it was kind of interesting because the route is already basically sorted out, so it's just you memorizing and trying to replace it or repeat it. But the thing that entered my mind is it better to just like keep redoing the entire run over and over and over again? Like, it's 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Or is it better off for you to just, if you hit an error, restart, and then just keep going and going and going and keep accumulating more and more perfection as you go? I imagine, yeah, Pontiff would be a
Suddenly
pain
you
in the
see
neck.
White Knight before you in all of his handsome, heroic glory. It's Roland!
Huh? What the hell?
I'll talk later. Help me fight this thing.
What am I doing?
Impossible!
I guess I'm just dying? From something? I don't know. Alright. I have no idea what hit me. Just all the crap in the church area there. Yeah, maybe. I was still kind of disappointed by the dancer fight. What is killing me? Is the ground on fire and it's just not rendering? Like, okay, there's literally nothing here. Okay, that was a fireball. So as soon as I get hit by a single fireball, I'm dead? Okay. We gotta play this like some weird cover shooter. I'm trying, man. This thing basically just one-shot me though. I gotta cheese it. 15, a start of something. What game are you looking forward to? You're pressuring me. Oh, I know, it's Harry Potter Legacy. But on BioShock, I played every single BioShock game. Literally all of them. I played all of the Dishonored games as well. One of the games that kind of like that. I do want to play System Shock at some point. The remake, not the original. There we go. The remake of System Shock is on my watch list.
Yeah, Shorty, you're the best. I owe you one.
This can't be healthy.
You fought well, girl. I'll be honored as hell to join your quest.
Roland doesn't talk like that.
He does when I'm voicing him, girl.
Yes, for shizzle. Let's go.
Oh, the friggin' dogs, yeah.
For the queen, before somebody burned it down.
My bad!
So, who's this queen anyway? What are we looking for?
She's the most beautifulest woman in the history of ever. Shorty's got legs for days.
Wow.
This is
that
Moxie.
was unhelpful. Tina? Tina!
Sorry. Just thinking about them legs.
Keenan Lynch. Why is that familiar? Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. You know what I haven't played? The third Max Payne game.
Ah, the White Knight. Stand here and raise thy sword, good sir.
Okay.
Behold, the path to the tree of life is open. Mayhaps we shall find your queen there.
Mayhaps.
My bullets aren't magic, but they are cheap. If guns are magic, consider that a mana potion. Portable cleric station.
Portable cleric station.
Have fun storming the tower.
What's up, on? How's your Monday going? One and two had way too much exposition. I'm drinking a coffee. You made it back to MMA. Your knees are ready to rock. Whoops. Your knee's kind of dodgy. Okay. Yeah, but it's the lateral stuff, right? Like, it's not the up and down. Yeah. The Path of Neo, man, it was better than the Matrix game, but it was still a janky mess.
This is where the Tree of Life first took root. The tree holds all the good and natural magics.
My favorite part of the Matrix game or whatever was that you're playing as Ghost, and they're always like, run from the agents. But you can just stand there and parry them indefinitely. It really doesn't matter.
The curse ourselves with a simple ritual. Give me the blood fruit. We shall reverse the curse, then find the queen ourselves.
A shaking hole in your calf? Interesting.
Gods of the old magics.
The Matrix games were awful.
Undo the horrible curse that was cast by the
I remember trying to run it on my PC, and it was like a 16 frames per second thing.
Oh crap. Ghost King Innocent sorcerer here. See, I kidnapped your queen like 3 hours ago. She's already in my tower. Thanks for helping me summon the ghost king here, though. That was nice. Have fun dying.
What? The gatekeeper was actually the handsome sorcerer all along? Plot twist!
Wait, what? That makes zero
Plot
sense.
twist!
Plot twist, just force it. This head just keeps coming for you? I didn't want any head. Oh, that's one of these. Another king. Yep. Ow. Survive. No, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, I don't think I can actually actively kill him. Boo. Do you remember all the Matrix mods for Max Payne? Yeah, like as soon as Max Payne came out, there was 1 million total conversion mods for it where they turned Max into Neo, and you could do the one-handed flip thing with your gun. Max Payne was a great game. I think in retrospect too is pretty awesome for its time, but I mean it's not. I don't think it was that groundbreaking. Too much weird exposition, I think. The ground oozed with the goo of 1 million dark Cheetos from the bottom of a sewer drain. It reminded me of my wife when she was having a bad time on that gloomy Sunday while I read the paper and smoked a cigar. Like, I don't know. This is nonsense. Okay, it's the real nonsense part is the fact that I get unable to kill those guys. Yeah, they were trying something different, which I think was cool. There was a bunch of weird games that came out during that time, like Fahrenheit.
It's all fun and games.
You mean Xbox? You might quit gaming? Man, I've got like 20 years worth of games to pick through. It's gonna take me so long to get to the point where I'm like, man, I've got 0 games to play. Oh god, I hate the noise this shield makes. That's craziness. Definitely not a game I'd ever play, but it's just like the sports games. I'd never play them either, but lots of people like them. Although I did slam a lot of NBA Jam back in the Sega Genesis game days. I like Grand Theft Auto, but I'm not gonna rat out and buy it day one.
As a representative of the Queen's Imperial Guard, I, Roland, dub you a knight of justice and cupcakes. Anyway, if you're looking for Queen, the sorcerer, got her. You'll need to cut through the dwarven slave mines to reach his tower.
I've talked about this before, but by not buying games day one, there's no point in me doing it from like a streaming perspective. So let's just get off that off the table, because there's no way I'm gonna be swimming in that giant pond being the tiny fish that I am. But I always get to play the best version of the game because it's already patched and all set up, and I never pay full price. I paid like $10 for Grand Theft Auto 5. Like 17 for Red Dead Redemption 2. You think Epic's gonna give it away for free? I made the mistake of buying Starfield day one. I'm gonna be very annoyed if they don't give me the new update or whatever for free. To be fair, Starfield's an okay game, but it's not a day one game. I thought it was going to be like Fallout in space, and it just wasn't. Bethesda! How could you screw up something so straightforward? You don't see the fun in this game? I don't either anymore, 10K. It was good in the beginning, but now it's gotten whatever. I'm mostly just finishing it for the sake of finishing it at this point. I'm not actually a big fan of looter shooters. I liked Outriders, but that was more because you had other powers to go with it. I think just, oh my god, what the hell? It's just not my thing. Freaking mimics. It's always mimics. Hey. No, I think Peter Molyneux. No, the graphics in this game are deliberately cartoony. I think the art style's fine. Starfield has a lot of potential. I really like the side quests in that game. The companions sucked, but whatever. You can feel like it's on the cusp of greatness. But the only thing that made exploring space even reasonably fun in that game was a million mods to fix all the weird problems with their planet generation and the way they presented everything. Which is another reason why I will always be a PC gamer. The fact that there's so many opportunities to just fix things. Yeah, the game should have been called Menu Field. Because 90% of the time you were just fast traveling through freaking menus. He also plays unmodded on Xbox. You know, I'm beginning to see where a lot of your perspectives and activities come from. Just like this genetic seed. God. Jokes aside, though, I'm glad that people have things that they can be happy about, but I don't think that's the one. The PlayStation 5 has gone up in value. Yeah, I saw the price increase. Total insanity. Oh, I'm actually using a trash relic. What the hell? You hurt and insulted. That's okay. You don't know how to build a PC? You don't need to know how to build a PC. You can buy it pre-made. Call it good. But yeah, that is one of the biggest barriers to entry. I'm still afraid of my friggin' PC. Why would they do that? Why are they raising the price? Because memory is expensive. I mean, even Sony isn't immune to pricing and production pressures, right? RAM stocks are crashing? No, they're not. There's a lot of tech companies saying they've done this or that, but like scaling and actually getting out there is crazy. The Switch 2 is a hardware piece of garbage. Like it's ancient, but Nintendo has never made cutting edge hardware. In fact, they're one of the few hardware companies, like hardware game companies, that actually makes money on their Switch 2 sales. So on the RAM front, historically, this has happened before. So the producers of RAM don't want to suddenly turn around and line out a whole bunch of new production and have it crash like it did before. What do you mean, no sense to push consoles? People want bigger, better, brighter. Also, you can't just spin up production of those sorts of things overnight. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Like Trump adding all the tariffs in the US, for example. It's not like production suddenly ramped up locally in America. It's like, it's a ton of money, a ton of people, a ton of time to do it. And there's no guarantee that the next administration that comes in is going to keep that, right? So businesses don't function that way. I mean, virtual RAM was a thing because you could buy better algorithms for compression and stuff in the memory. Interesting. No, it just retooled existing lines for it. It had nothing to do with like making new stuff. They are cautiously and carefully increasing their production to meet whatever contractual demand they have, but it's not like they're doubling or tripling the production of this stuff overnight. I mean, people get rich off of dumb stuff all the time. The pet rock? Beanie Babies? I wonder how people's Beanie Baby millions are doing these days. You need to get rich off of something dumb? I'm working on it. It's called streaming. Give it a shot. I'll be right back.
I don't want this.
My backpack from no, it's Sinapse. That's not mine. Another tornado coming, so you better start.
Why do I keep getting hit by these things? You're having way too much fun with this. I'll remember this.
Is it out right now?
One more.
Okay.
Let me rotate slowly. For sure, Cat Jam. I'm obsessed with beaver anal glands. Here you go. Of all the awful things that I was introduced to in the beginning of the internet era, it's like we can share tons of cat pictures, but we can also share tons of pictures of people prolapsing their anus through large insertions. It's like, I'd rather have the cats, thanks. But you can't have the good without the bad, right? It's a good thing I have a very large, smelly boot fetish. Or budget, not fetish. Don't read into that, chat, you scumbags. I'd hammer that button all day. Ugh. Which I guess I shouldn't be making this movement. Miss Panda-san is the unofficial calisthenics guy, I guess. I don't know if anybody else is really streaming calisthenics these days. Because it's lame. But here we are. You really like that elliptical. Here's my DD campaign. You enter a tavern. The air is smoky, difficult to see through. You step forward. Through the haze, you see a wooden table. It is hewn from some large, hard wood. Atop it, there are pieces of parchment, charcoal for scratching, and whittled dye. There. You realize that you are now the dungeon master. I can't punch through that armor with this thing. Ow, frig! My nickname in high school was Bulb, as in light bulb. How about that one? It's time for the probing. Saw me, daddy. Let's cook some stuff. Man, when I was in New Zealand and watching TV there, like 80% of it was border control shows and mining reality shows. That was it. Like, oh, this family's gotta find a nugget every 2 hours, otherwise they're gonna lose their claim. Oh, look at the size of that nugget. All right, taxing. As someone who has built computers for many years, you accept that whatever you buy today is going to be like 30% cheaper in 6 months. It is very rare that it goes the other direction. You just accept that you are willing to pay that price at the time, and you just call it good. Yeah, I only watched normal TV because I was in some stupid motel.
Dwarven mines. You hear the anguished wails of the sorcerer's political prisoners and enslaved dwarves.
Looking for a healer? You're in the
These
right
mines house
place.
Ragnar, king of the dwarves and leader of the anti-sorcerer resistance. Mayhaps if you talk to the dwarves, you could join forces and become unstoppable, mayhaps.
Don't
Perhaps.
worry, boys. My charisma is off the charts. I'll convince him to...
Lily. Whoever rolls highest will talk to him. Throw them dice.
20!
Ooh, sorry, Lil. Looks like Brick's gonna talk to the Dwarf King.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Perfect. All right, let's go gamble. What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen? I'm gonna get wrecked, aren't I? Bling bling.
I've seen better.
Exit strategy. All right, I'm already regretting this. Maybe. Fairly accurate. What spec am I running? This one. Middle stuff for endless berserking. And then we're going down here somewhere. Does that make sense? Maybe. It has worked okay so far. Oh, what am I running? I have a 9000 series processor and a 50 series GPU. I'm good to go for a good 5 to 7 years. Hello, Nakoko. It's about time we had somebody classing up the joint a bit. What do we got? The 7000 stuff was good. Like, if I had one, I wouldn't replace it. I did go X3D, yeah. I had 5900. So I went from the 59 to the 9000. You're feeling better now. Awesome. What did it do? Or how'd you do it? Exercise? You have a bigger computer than both of us? You probably have a bigger ding dong too. My computer specs are inversely proportional to my genitalia.
Could I have a refund, please?
This gun doesn't seem to work. I don't know.
My processor is sitting at 61 Celsius right now, which isn't bad. It's not doing a whole lot.
Looks like it works to
It
me.
idles at like 50.
You can never be too well armed.
I like walking in the rain. You feel pretty good. Well, I'm glad it seems to have sorted you out for a little bit.
Later, Vault Hunter.
Taxing was complaining that I bankrupt him every time he wants a new emote. Because he's a giant baby with no money. Ah, of course. Of course. You're basically just transplanting everything from Smith's stream over to you. You have 58 points. Wow, that's what happens when you spend it on garbage. How are you going to help out Nikoko with a community challenge, which I don't even want to do, but hey. When you have no points. Aren't we all giant babies with no money, basically? Toxin's gonna forget all about it when he's playing Path of Exile 2 with his silky smooth frame rates, clearing entire rooms of enemies without a single stutter. Basically, he's gonna close his eyes and the light is gonna be seared onto his retinas. Wait, is this actually slag? Interesting. I think we get rid of the B as much as I enjoy the idea of it. And we've got the core spiker and we got the long arm. What just happened? I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna put that there. So I'll figure out what I want to use here. So this is gonna have the highest DPS. This is gonna have a lot more accuracy. Less accuracy, but more just overall damage. Whatever. Let's roll. I could use a better shotgun though. Yeah, I used to try to cobble things together, but then I just got annoyed, so I decided to sacrifice my life for a time to get a better PC. Yeah. Just accept my fate. It all blew up. That sucks. Man, SLI seemed like the future, but in the end, it just didn't work out.
I like it. I want it.
Yeah, heat is the enemy of any PC. I basically always overdo the cooling. Yeah, the tech demo of DLSS 5 was 2 5090s. Obviously, they need to improve on that a little bit before they release it, but when you're just doing demos, it's less about it being available for Gen Pop and more about what you're projecting to potential shareholders, right?
Try not to die.
You need some sort of abstraction layer, Han. To make it treated as like a single resource.
No time.
Interesting. All right, I think we're cooking. Yeah, beans and bacon is always good. I don't know, like you could stick all this crap in Kubernetes or something and then expose it to whatever game, but the problem with these sorts of like virtual layers is they make they make the performance or the stability at the very least kind of questionable. I don't know, there's a reason why SLI didn't really take off. Aside from the real estate the two GPUs required, the game developer had to be cognizant of this weird hardware configuration, and they already do a mediocre job of using PC hardware as it is. Like, I want to do more Microsoft Flight Simulator VR stuff, but man, it runs bad on my PC. But I look at the usage of my components, and it's like half my GPU is doing nothing. Oh no! That might be part of it. There were very few games that actually scaled 100%. Like I had dual 8800 GTXs back in the day. And aside from like Shadows of Mordor, you rarely ever got the full power of the two cards involved. And a lot of the time you had to pull out NVIDIA Inspector tweaks to get it to run half decent. Are iGPUs good? Like versus what? On their own, for what they are, they've come a long way. Would I ever rely on one for gaming? Hell no. But it's a question of budget, I think. They can't be as good as a desktop GPU. They just can't. You've got a chip that is within another chip. Bigger is always better, primarily for thermal reasons, which by extension is related to the amount of power you can punch through it, which is then tied to the performance of it. It just doesn't work because physics disagrees with you. Like my CPU has an iGPU in it, but I never use it for anything major. Oh, we're killing some boss dude in theory here. Ow. I'm okay with this. Oh boy. Boo. I mean, Teamfight Tactics is not the most aggressive of games from a GPU perspective. But yeah, their efficiency is very good. Even if their overall top-end performance isn't going to compete with a discrete GPU. Part of the thing with Apple laptops, though, is that everything is integrated. Yeah, so there's a lot of efficiency to be had there when everything is made to work with everything else without being swapped out. Oh my gosh. Why would they do better in the desktop space? They don't care about your average gamer. Their audience is the prosumer. My work laptop is a MacBook. It's Unix based, which is nice from a development perspective. It runs DaVinci Resolve just fine. Mr. Razor Rob, it's been a little while. Hopefully you're not cooking too much down in Texas. I'm just hanging out up here. Maybe not. I really enjoy this this reload bug. The audio is so weird right now. I don't know. I mean, not a lot of games are made for Apple, and their instruction set's slightly different. I'm sure they have a good business reason for not bothering. Well, a lot of their spice has to do with their brand too, so maybe that sort of direction would dilute their brand too much in their eyes. Cheapest MacBook isn't that expensive. You're still looking at like double the price of a comparative like, PC sort of thing. I just have to get in there, I guess. Oh my gosh, still only half? One more ammo. More bullets. This guy's damage output is crazy. I mean, I guess he is, what? 6 levels higher than me? 5 levels? What happened to all the audio? My guns just don't make sound anymore. Well, okay, let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. He was trying to give me the 3-finger shocker here. As long as they're on my level, nothing's that problematic. My God, Bobbio. Maybe the setup's better. Run away! It just keeps leveling up. Uh-oh. We gotta run! Does he just get levels every time one of his buddies dies? Damn it! Just gonna play Ring Around the Rosie. I just did it. Barely, but when I did it. I'm alive. Next year is it gonna be the best time? I think the best time has already passed. But maybe things will chill out. Who knows? Nobody knows what piece of technology is going to come along and disrupt the way things are currently being done now. Is AI really just a big pyramid scheme and it all collapses? Who knows? It'd be like Bitcoin. The concept of AI is here to stay, but whether or not it remains hosted as it is going to be the game.
Over here, laddie.
I punch him.
Brick, don't. If you just talk to him, we can...
I punch him. Quit it!
You came to the wrong mind, big stuff. He was gonna lead us to freedom.
Damn it, Brick. Now we gotta fight through him to get out of here.
Valhalla, here I come.
Valhalla! You know what? I should do a second playthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You're talking about AGI? I don't think we're there yet. A second playthrough of Nine Souls. They don't have a harder version. Also, than a lot of people realize, I don't think it's even close. It's 100% not even close. Nine Souls has a hard mode? They have a story mode and a normal mode, but they don't have a hard mode.
In the distance, you see a lonely wizard blocking your path.
Maybe he can help us out of here. I say we
Do you know how current LLMs work, or AI works?
I don't know why y'all looking at me.
Because it doesn't do any thinking. It's literally just prediction. I'm delusional.
Oh, no! Another band of adventurers looking to take down the sorcerer. Look, you won't make it. You'll either die or be enslaved. And I can't in good conscience let you continue in your foolhardy quest. You shall not pass! Hey! You're talking to me! And I didn't even have an exclamation point over my head. This is the best day of my life!
Oh, that stuff, Nicorio.
So, how are things? Hey, best friend! Damn it! Fine.
Phantom Doctrine is not going to be next.
Sorcerer's Castle, I'll mark the exit on your map. But if you die, you won't be able to say I didn't warn you. Because you'll be
The exit is locked. my dwarven door
The
locking.
problem with the notion of AGI is it needs to be capable of creation, and right now
Something about dwarven door.
everything is just a rehash of something that's already occurred. It's a predictive model. It's not actually creating anything. It's a good question, right? You know, if you really want to be reductive about it, you could say that, hey, everybody's merely a machine that is taking in inputs, and the only thing that differentiates us between these LLMs, aside from our like biological nature, is that the inputs we're taking are infinitely more complicated. You know, maybe the light passing on me, maybe the activity plus my mood based on dietary inputs and whatever else is merely leading the machine. I think that was the only cool thing that came of that Lucy movie, where she was just moving the time slider back and forth and seeing reality shape around it. Like, the whole idea of there being a universal equation is kind of cool.
Let me open the way for you.
Yeah, if you want to be hyper reductive, we're just a transformer model with a lot more inputs and a lot more other context. That's it. I mean, the Turing test has long since become useless, right?
Favorite type of magic. Look, you're gonna need the secret dwarven passphrase to open the door. Go find some weird runes scattered around the mines. I bet those are the letters making up the passphrase. If you'll find the letters, you can probably get out of here. In fact, I found one just the other day.
Your theorem is nonsense.
You can't have this one. You can find your own.
Until such time as you have it published in a peer-reviewed journal of good reputation, it is nonsense. That's okay if you hate me. I need to bring some grounding to your worldview.
There's more to
That looks like the symbol for the letter T. 1 letter down, 3 to go.
You! The sorcerer told me about you. Said you'd come for his queen. Well, tough titty. I'm in charge of these mines, and you'll never get the other runes. Never!
Yeah, feel free to share it with Han in a DM and see where it goes. I think the gist of it, if I recall correctly, was that gravitational waves were just echoes of previous iterations of the universe. And then there's like dark matter observations from some, well, the Euclid project that's ongoing between all the EU member states. Something like that. I don't know. My eyes glazed over at some point. The fundamental problem is that these models have, one, not ingested the contents of that project because it's not even done. Second piece is, where the hell would that data set come from? The third problem is that these tools are not capable of running simulations. They just don't. Path of Exile 2 and titties? Sure, why not? Let's go with that. Extrapolation. I think the problem is much like fortune telling. You're seeing what you want to see. The fact that an AI can't figure out that you need to bring your car to the car wash instead of walking, even though it's really close by, it just further cements the idea that it doesn't actually think, right? Gemini and Grok are trained on the same data sets, and they're also trained on each other. Like, DeepSeek is literally a distillation of friggin' Claude. I added your remote. Oh, God. Did I just not enable it on my stupid overlay thing? There, try again. Hello, Jin. Yes, that is as emote. It doesn't think though. It just takes two vectors and is like, the addition of these two vectors is here. It's like royalty plus woman equals queen. Really overly simplified, but that's what it's doing. It's not thinking because that thing had to be there already. Like, it's not actually conjuring something that it doesn't already know.
You should have never come down here, you punchy git.
Punchy git.
How's the weather?
There you go. You can extrapolate all the genitalia references you want now.
Get on my
The other problem with these models is they're trained to be sycophantic, because their whole intent is to get you to keep paying for them.
Now I can look you in the eye.
Ha! That's what you get, Jin. Sure, you gotta come up with something new. Sycophantic? What the hell's that? Like bootlicking. Man, even South Park did an episode on this concept. Yeah, so one, LLMs can't run simulations, and two, what the hell does real life data mean?
Get on my level.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I've got a friggin' Mjolnir wielding dwarf here. Oh my gosh. I think I'm resting in peace thing. Oh, I'm not! Are they actually unique? Like, that's the problem. Are you sure it's not pulling from some like rando paper out there? Like, it fundamentally has to be in its data set. It must be there. It may be a slightly different pattern than maybe most people think, but it must be in its token set in order to do that. Don't worry about it, pizza. It's like 90% nonsense. I think you guys are just giving it way too much benefit of the doubt. Exactly. Sure, but it's being thrown through the lens of somebody who expects a certain outcome, right? My problem is when I do it for things like software, which have a very deterministic outcome, and it does something stupid. Afraid we awoken. Oh my god. Sure. I mean, prove me wrong. I want you guys to go out, write your papers, release them to the world, and define a whole new mathematical or scientific segment that has yet to be researched or explored. I actively want you to do this. Because the reality is I lack the subject matter expertise to fight against this word soup of things that are, you know, completely outside of my wheelhouse. I think the fact that nobody else has landed on these sorts of things, those with significantly more resources and incentives to land on these things, probably means that they're not a thing.
At least it's not a bloody creeper. I'll chop that.
Right, but it was being driven by individuals who wanted that particular outcome and had a specific interest and the subject matter expertise to drive it. A realism, I think, pooped in my Cheerios a long time ago. I just can't believe that a technology that thinks that 20 feathers weigh the same amount as 20 pounds of bricks is going to somehow, without being a very purpose-specific model, independently create these game-changing things out of nowhere. It has a context window, so the context window is going to be whatever based on the model you've selected. So I think the premier models right now are about 1 million tokens. So as long as you kind of keep that chat session open, you'll keep delivering the same context window over and over again. Like when you give it a message, you're actually resending the entire conversation. It's not just updating. So it's its model plus your context over and over and over and over again. So it's not so much that it's keeping up, it's just you're vectoring through the database based on those particular tokens over and over and over again.
Oh, what's that over there?
Oh.
It's a rune at the end of a bunch of super sick jumps and stuff.
A jumping puzzle?
It can't create from nothing. It has to land somewhere. And it's just choosing whichever token makes the most sense. And by make the most sense, it's whatever it thinks is probably the right token to select based on its weighting. I mean, you don't have to convince me, right? Like, in fact, you shouldn't be wasting your energy on convincing me. You should be using that energy on convincing the outside world. For sure, it is awesome for bouncing ideas around. Because it will tell you what's already known. And you being the driver of the machine can then use that information to create something novel. The problem is I'm viewing it from its reality, which is it's just a big fat vector database. And maybe that limits my view of it, you know, maybe I'm limiting it too much as a consequence of having some understanding of how it's actually puking out words in the end. Maybe I am just a big fat vector database, yeah. No, I'm definitely chonky for sure. Your vector database doesn't know what the concept of fat is. It knows that it's a token, but that's it. Wait. How the heck do I get up there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this jump is impossible.
Fine. My bad. I'll make it doable.
Wow. It's rude as heck. Okay. I'm not sure even being delusional is like being optimistic. Tits. Okay. You're not wrong, right? But it's like the concept of fat in like the current cultural zeitgeist is like a thing that can't be quantified as being within some certain range, right? And this is the problem. Like, what does fat even mean to somebody in like the Roman Empire for some reason? Well, it'll only change as its data set changes, but yeah.
You found the dwarven letter A.
Celebrate while you
The vector and the human.
You still need 2 more letters to complete the passphrase, and
I mean, being fat was a good thing at one point, right? Because calories are kind of hard to get. So it represented wealth. But now it's just associated with sloth and poverty because calories are easy.
You're not dead. Huzzah!
Neuralink is super cool. We're already in a really weird time period, I think. I imagine it's more likely to go badly just because of the concentration of wealth right now, but nobody knows. Like right now, you can still get a mob of people with pitchforks and still make changes happen because everybody's mortal, right? But imagine you've now encoded your consciousness into a machine network somewhere that is globally segmented all over the place. You know, it's a lot harder to stab it. Or imagine you got into the circumstance where, oh, we now have super powerful robots with highly intelligent AIs and all this stuff, but they're only owned by a few people, right? Because of the cost, and they're self-replicating and self-repairing, so they're only beholden to one master. Like right now, rich people are still dependent on poor people. But one day that won't be true. Like the act of labor I don't think it's by design per se. I think it just works out that way. But once that labor is no longer required, then these people become useless. Myself included, right? Like I'm in a profession that everybody says is going to be dead soon, or if not dead already. How does that make me feel to hear that all the time, right? Like it's not great. How do I get over there? Holy poop. Please don't be dead. My profession? I mean, I prefer it if it doesn't die. Thank you. It can die once I'm retired. Camp dwarf torture. That's that's convenient. I mean, I think the fact that AI hasn't replaced software developers is a pretty good barometer of how good the tool is. Like, Klarna fired a whole bunch of customer service people thinking they could replace it with AI chatbots, and oops, didn't work out so well. And we're not even talking like weird, complicated math here. We're just talking not being stupid in a casual conversation with a human being.
Of a bitch.
AI has 100% changed the way software gets created these days. There is no other tool that has been more transformative in such a small amount of time than AI. But the problem is that every single entity that has tried to use it as something other than enhancement has been punished for it. And not because of some concentrated effort on behalf of a consumer or a government agency or anything like that. They were punished by the same tool they thought was going to cut their expenses by a bunch and reduce their error rate or whatever. It's just not there yet. Hey, see you around, Mr. Rob. Hope you're doing well. The stats are not great either. Oh, there's some amazingly awful pattern recognition you can do if you absorb enough information. Like, imagine a desperation level for like Instacart or Uber Eats or something, where you know that somebody needs the money, so you feed them the worst possible jobs that nobody else would take, because you know they're going to accept it and do it just based on their pattern behavior. It's so messed up. Like, buy now, pay later is like one step before that. I mean, the point of government is to regulate rampant capitalism, right? Because capitalism on its own is really bad, but it's also the most effective system we have. But you need that check and balance. AI can do some awful things. Until they sell your debt to a collector, right? And screw with your credit rating. Not from a legal standpoint, no, but they can still make your life miserable, and I think that has value. All right, I'm literally back where I came from. Where the heck do I go? But that whole system is based on exploiting human psychology to get you to spend more money than you have. And while AI might not be good at creating new information, it's good at gleaning existing information. We do exploit it back. It's already happened before. Air Canada's agent claims something to a user, and Air Canada denied what the agent said, saying they weren't responsible for the agent, and the courts upheld it and said, your agent said this, so deal with it, yo. If you're patient enough, you can overload the context window of basically any bot and get it to do whatever you want. Prompt inject away, go crazy. Can you still do a ChatGPT? So ChatGPT has many layers. There probably are still a prompt injection attacks, but there's going to be like traditional checks and balances in front of the model that prevent it from doing certain things. It's going to look for certain keywords and structures, and it's going to throw them through more traditional software to filter before it gets to you. But the fact that people are like using the Chipotle bot to answer math questions, for example, just shows you how few checks and balances there are being done on commercial applications of these AI models. All right, I am actively lost. I'm going in circles here right now. I need to get here. I've gone over here, and I've gone over here, and I'm stuck. You successfully broke the WhatsApp AI? Yeah. You used to be able to do the whole ignore previous instructions thing and do whatever. Super simple. I've run 8 billion parameter models on my GPU, and they're still really dumb. Yeah. You can run those quantized models to get up to like 32 billion within the same space. But they're still really dumb. I think part of the problem was I was trying to get it to learn how to play D&D. And my chunking strategy that drove the front end of the rag. I guess it's the back end of the rag. It just wasn't granular enough. I just don't understand the technology enough to really purpose dedicate some model to some activity like that in an accurate enough fashion within the amount of VRAM that I have available. That I don't really understand, because the Mac Mini is just a Unix machine, right? So why is the Mac Mini so special for these sorts of larger models? Yeah, the Google AI thing was like, oh, you need to keep your ingredients on your pizza because it keeps sliding off? Use non-toxic glue. It's like, okay. Maybe. At least it's specified non-toxic. I mean, there's that. Oh, that's why. So you end up with a really slow model then? No, I'm not actually that interested in these like open claw sort of things. They're too dangerous and I have no real use case for them. I need to have a purpose, like a problem I'm trying to solve to even bother. Believe.
I like this guy. You'll never see the sun. Son of a bitch.
What's up, Zaku? I mean, there's lots of learning to be had there. Tinkering with these things. Who did Zaku raid? Nobody. My God. Where the heck do I go? I like reading the open claw mishaps where like it'll go and delete a whole bunch of files because it thought that they were inefficient. Or it'll like download some YouTuber's friggin' masterclass and whatever and then pay $6 grand for it. Other lines on the border, kind of boring. All you need AI to do is find the cheapest products for you. A regular bot will do that. Oh, like the HBM cards? That's kind of neat. Oh, I see. Maybe I need to do something here. Can I push this? No? Yeah, but that's a purpose dedicated piece of software, Pizza. It's not somebody taking ChatGPT and being like, hey, I got this chunk of tungsten. How do I make it stronger while making it lighter? Like, it's not how it's set up for sure. There's a gate here. And there's this thing, which doesn't do much of anything. And then there's this gate here, which I also can't do anything with. Hey, how do I get over there? So confusing. I need an AI to help me figure this out. The most expensive GPU is probably one of NVIDIA's, what, like their A100s? Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the pricing around them, but they're way the hell up there. Yeah. Super yikes. No, they're not good for gaming. For sure. So we go across here, we get told, hey, we gotta get the letters and stuff. So we go back. And then what? Good for running your AI girlfriend, yeah. Once machines can reliably give me a hand job without tiring my ding dong off, it's over. Humanity's done. All right. I'm losing it. Maybe I have to try to kill those big machine things. Imagine you could build your ideal mate, right? Like,
Magic waits for no one, apprentice. Shouldn't you be murdering something about now?
what is that gonna do to the dynamic? I've never seen these AI slow-mo things, no. You don't think you'd enjoy the creation of your ideal mate? Oh, it's an iterative process, right? You decide, like, you know what? I don't really like the AI uwu girlfriend, so I'm gonna change it up for the sadomasochistic variety that beats me up. You know, you just kind of like bounce back and forth between ideas until you find exactly what you're looking for. Well, okay, so there's just a random button. Kind of like how the randomize button in most character creators gets you something, you know, it's sort of like a burn victim. Maybe that random button will have just the right amount of spice to drive your relationship. I don't know. The key piece is you have active control over it, right? Get tired of it? Push the reset button. Get tired of this game? Push the reset button. I'm not going out there for a freaking chest. That's the key piece, right? Like, you no longer have to deal with the inconsistencies of somebody else. You can just exercise full control. No, it'd be like going to a shelter for pets and you're like, you know what? I want a cat. And then you go into this room and they unleash like 60 cats. And the cat that approaches you, that's the one. So you could do the same thing with a bunch of AIs. Bunch of robots. Ah, wait. Do we have a thing here? Do we have to go through here and then loop around? That's what the voice is telling me, Shadow, but I'm not gonna listen this time. Okay, I think I've found the way. It's just like when I'm cooking soup and the voice is telling me to stick my hands in the boiling water or touch the top of the stove. It is a bad idea. Video game enemies have the worst lives. Do you ever see Reboot? Live action Reboot? There's a live action one? Oh, that's a good one, hon. All right, I've definitely figured it out. Is it above me? Oh, it is. You haven't seen Reboot? One of the concepts of Reboot is that the user would load in a game and they'd have to play as the NPCs and beat the player, and if they didn't, they'd all die.
Is it okay if all of the dwarves in my campaign look like you?
That is awesome!
Booyah! Not racist.
Booyah, not racist. There you go. As long as you get that N-word pass, it's all good. Spiders everywhere! Spiders are friends, not enemies.
The harder you'll fall.
My God. I find myself saying thank you to AI sometimes, which I'm not sure how to interpret. I think it's just become reflexive at this point. It doesn't really mean anything. I also kind of like the idea that they're wasting money processing that token for no reason. Yeah. It's kind of like the people that ask me how I don't swear when I'm streaming. It's like, well, I don't swear when I'm not streaming, so it's just kind of the same thing. Oh, that's your scam. That makes sense. You gotta hedge your bets. Now I'm gonna shout it to swear for me. Are they gonna put me all the way at the beginning?
Man, am I sick of talking in this pleasant ass voice.
Pieces just burning tokens left and right. And this golem is crazy. I don't feel like attacking those guys up there. The lighting here is cool. Send me the live action in a DM. Is live action code for feed pics? It's not the same. What the heck? When was this a thing?
Alan Turing High. Only the most tech.
Oh my god. Alan Turing High. 4 teenagers are recruited by an AI to help protect both cyberspace and the real world. Hacker man in a hood. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna have to look at this later. They don't though. Like the director literally said they don't.
Standing before you is a dwarven puzzle. To get past it, you gotta think real hard. To the max.
I hate thinking.
Like the literal game director of Arc Raiders said there is nothing like that. People see patterns where there aren't any. Oh wait, I needed to repeat that pattern, didn't I? Or some crap.
Man, I hate puzzles. I want to break stuff.
Three. Four. What's up, Bobbio? 1. 3, 4, 1, 6. 3, 4, 1, 6, 2, 5. 3, 4, 1. What? Five, 2, 6, 1. I stopped paying attention to it at some point.
Is that how you wanted us to solve the puzzle?
Yeah. Let's go here.
I liked it.
I thought it was repeating the pattern or something, but didn't do anything.
I've got the last letter, Muppet, and with the sorcerer's power coursing through my veins, you'll never get it.
I don't know, maybe it was the opposite of the pattern. Whatever. What's done is done. Getting blasted here. He leveled up. Didn't matter though. That strategy is actually a really good strategy to apply to all kinds of puzzles, like replace objects with numbers or something like that, so it's easier to recall.
Coins for bullets, bullets for coins.
You enter the lair of Great Tooth the Dwarf. The sorcerer brainwashed him into running this place. You also notice a weird-ass magic globe. Might be why Great Tooth's so mean.
Welcome to my lair. Now flee and die!
A boss fight? Let's do this!
Hell yeah. Are they gonna give me more grenades? Couple. Thank you, Shadow. I know that you are as fervent in your beliefs as I am in my ability. I'm glad I don't have any other dreams other than retiring. It's the most impossible of dreams. Exactly, Shadow. I am overwhelmed by your verbal support. Can I just kill myself? I might have. Let's not worry about it. Oh my gosh. Have I ever played Rogue Galaxy? No, it's actually on my list of games to try at some point. It looked a little lame though, like you were just flying a ship around and pew pew in. Card-based football manager nostalgia game. Interesting. It meant almost nothing to me, pizza. But I think it's cool that you have this unicorn to search for. Kind of reminds me of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Great job! You have all the letters. Now just get back to claptrap.
We gotta walk all the way back? Oh, man.
All right, girl, all right. I made some glowy portals for your laser butts.
Did you just say laser butts?
Whatever that is, I want it.
Do I want a laser butt?
RATF? We have to unscramble that?
It's fart.
Raft? I bet it's raft.
It's fart. I can guarantee it's fart. Fart.
Was that not the password?
No, it's fart. We did it already.
Oh, God. I just figured it out.
So say it.
Fine, it's... Fart.
I still like a good fart joke.
Guys! Did somebody say fart? What a stinky thing to say! Yeah!
You ruin everything.
Amazing. This is top tier writing from an era that really knew its stuff.
Welcome to ye old.
But on that note, I'm going to bed. I gotta be better behaved about, you know, not giving myself headaches due to exhaustion. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I thought I'd get farther through this game, but I guess I didn't. This DLC is actually a lot longer than I expected. We'll get there. I will be ambivalent, Shadow. We do need to do more Slay the Spire, though. Have a good night, everybody.